My people, Magnus Oraka, what Magnus, come, what Magnus Oraka say to President Tinubu in this video, say to President Tinubu is very shocking. Please, if you are coming across this video, don't allow this video to get to Tinubu, don't allow this video to pass Abuja, but share it massively. What I heard in this video, Magnus Oraka, this P2B supporter, what he said, oh my God, if not that I come across this update, I can never believe that Magnus Oraka can say this kind of thing. Please, if you are coming across this update, listen to it, and please share this video for me, but I'll be back to react on it. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. I just watched a video where somebody was analyzing the economic policies of Tinubu, and I felt I needed to also render my voice to that perspective. Now, I am somebody who studied accounting in school, so I have a very good knowledge of finances in school. And let me tell you something. If you are that person that is expecting Tinubu to fix this country, trust me, you are wasting your time. There are many reasons why Tinubu cannot fix this country. In fact, Tinubu will not fix it. Not that I don't want him to fix it. Certainly not. I don't mind even if the devil comes and fix Nigeria, provided everybody benefits at the end of the day. But Tinubu cannot fix this country. Not because he doesn't know how. It's just because he is not the right spanner to lose the right bolt. He is not the right tool for the challenging problem. That is just what it is. Now, somebody comes and said he is going to increase tax. He has been increasing virtually almost everything by floating naira. For some of you who don't know what it means to float the naira, it simply means to reduce the value of the naira by making so much of it available. You know, I said something now because of the intelligence quotients of Nigerians. Sometimes speaking to them is very difficult. Even as I speak, I find it difficult that my listeners will understand what I'm saying. But let me attempt to break it down in its most simplistic form. Perhaps I could just send the message through. Emefiele printed new naira notes, which was printed to replace the old naira notes. And towards the end of what month was that? Towards election period, they've succeeded in taking off all the old naira notes. But something also happened. That was, you remember, there was a trailer that was stopped with naira load of money, the old naira notes. People bring in Ghana must go load of naira note, millions of naira. It shows that a lot of people have millions of naira in their houses and were bringing it. And towards the election, it was believed that the old naira notes were replaced with the new one. Now, Tinubu came and said the old naira note should come into circulation and circulate side by side with the new naira note, which means the volume of naira note that was available before, which was enough to run the mainstream economy of buying and selling, is there, plus the new naira note. You see, so that means we have two volumes of currency in circulation. So you can see that of course, the money will be valueless, because as much as say the price of things are high, is because the quantity of money in circulation is much. We have the quantity of money. You see, quantity of money is different from the value of money. That you have quantity of money does not mean it must have the same value of money. Now, Tinubu has increased tax. Now we have money in circulation. Tinubu increased tax, increased electricity, increased petrol, increased VAT, increased this, increased that. Banks are stealing from you. In fact, we are so vulnerable to all types of deductions that if you go out with 10,000 naira, it's as if you didn't carry anything. But here was the point the guy said, the video I just watched, that made me want to do this video. Here's the point. The man said, Tinubu is increasing tax to make life difficult, asking you to endure these baby steps of pain, then use the same tax to buy palliative for you to cushion the hardship that the said tax resulted to. While your hospital, have you been to the hospital recently? I don't pray you go to the hospital. Have you been to the hospital recently? You don't go to hospital lately. Have you been to the hospital? Yeah. Don't go to the hospital, even if it means it's just a small headache. There's a clinic very close to me. Before I traveled down, I had this dysentery. And before I knew it, I was spending close to 20,000 naira for just the treatment of dysentery. Injections, drip, medications, and consultation. 20,000 naira. School have just resumed. They've sent a circular to us that, owing to the realities of the new pricing, that school fees will be increased. Now we are shouting, well, we didn't discuss this in the last PTA. So, but we don't know. But whether we like it or not, it's very obvious that prices have to increase. So you increase tax. The essence of tax is to make money available for government to run its administration. But while they increase your tax, what are they using the money for? The alleged subsidy removal that was reduced, if at all it was, of course, there was no subsidy that was removed. What are they using the money for? For you to have an idea of what the enormity of spendthriftness, of wastefulness that is going on. An average senator has a house in Abuja, has his own personal house, probably has another house in London, and in each house he has his cook, his driver, his cleaners, his whatever, and they are there. And an average senator, look, 80% of those senators, you need to see them in nightclubs. You need to see them in nightclubs. A friend of mine in Abuja who is into oil and gas, he is not in Nigeria again. I just visited him and he said he's going to show me something. I'm going to be surprised. We went to a club. He lodged me in a Nikon luxury. In fact, it was in Nikon luxury I first saw my first shock. One of these notable senators in one of these northern states that speaks a little, his English is not good. I will not call his name. His English is not good, but likes talking always. My room was very close to his own. They brought two fine girls, two fine, tall, beautiful girls. Their skin light, so they shine the corridor. And while they entered, they rolled one trolley of gin. I know those are expensive wine. Karam entered the room. And when he came, we shook her. Hey, how are you? And I said, I know you. Then later, I went to the bar, the VIP bar. Not me pay for all this. Now pay them pay for me. Before you come to say I get money. Now host them host me. But was there. Then the small club that is there, we entered. You can see the rubbish that they are doing, even making love inside the club. Behind the secrecy of the darkness. So these senators you are seeing thinking that they are, see, apart from the fact, oh my goodness, you don't know what they do. They spend your money as if it's not, as if it's nothing. If I tell you that a senator spends nothing less than 10 million a day on just frivolities, 10 million just for frivolities, just, it's not the main expenses, so just anyhow every day. Now multiply 10 million by 360, that's 3.6 billion naira in a year. They were, then add salaries to that. The problem you see with Nigeria is not rocket science. There's no problem. When I say there's no problem, I don't mean there's no problem. It's not as if there's no science. You don't need any science to solve it. All you just need is just fight corruption. And there is no science. There's no, it's not a rocket science to fight the type of corruption that we have.